You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
Charlie, why don't you do the opening?
Wait, what do you... Okay.
Can you do it? You say welcome to the board game.
Okay,
But
okay,
after
okay.
I say and go, then you'd be like, welcome to the Board Game Snobs. I'm Charlie.
Okay, yeah, I got
Then you
it.
say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
just she
this
knows
guy
it. She
me."
knows it.
Okay, don't tell me what
It's
to
Jerry.
say.
Okay, ready? I won't tell you what to say. But say, hey,
Okay,
welcome.
okay, you're gonna make me panic.
Okay,
Go.
don't panic. And go.
Welcome to go Sade.
Welcome to Board Game Snobs podcast. I am Sade.
What is your title on this episode?
Filling in.
I'm filling in for Enrique.
Enrique.
I like to call him Enrique. He knows this already. He accepts it. So
I'm
that's
Gabi.
fine. There's Gabi, and there's Jerry.
Thank you.
There he is,
for
right there.
you trying to usurp my position.
You
As
know what? You totally ruined my
many
beginning.
people
You totally
have.
ruined my intro.
Gabi will
What's
let
your intro?
anybody
Well,
star
he ruined
in this show. Richard, Dan, you. Who else have you had on this show?
Actually, you know what, Jerry?
Brandon Haynes?
Brandon?
Wait, you know
Brandon.
what though, Jerry? He's never had me in replacement of you. I've always been on mini pod session.
Mini Pod Sesh.
I've never been on Board Game
Nobody.
Snobs without you.
Nobody can replace me.
Mini Pod Sesh is a sub show.
Sub show, which we
It's a
haven't
spin-off.
done in forever.
Well, we'll discuss backyard chickens on the next one.
Okay. I sent Gabi. I've always been into
Chickens?
video. Well, I do love chicken.
You love poultry.
I do.
Stop
Like,
yoking around.
Hosting around,
Hosting around?
videoing
Hosting.
and talking to people.
Oh yeah.
Like I like to record and entertain, but
She
even
is
if
an
I
old
suck,
school. She has like YouTube stuff from like 2010 on the internet when she was a small
and it's probably
child.
extremely cheesy.
There's no probably to it. It is awfully cheesy, but it's adorably
No, it's-
authentic because you're so young.
The
and
videos are
ignorant.
super blurry, and
Well, I mean,
I'm
I'm
using
sure
a
you have
microphone that doesn't even work.
but it looks good.
And it's like, it used to work, but something happened to the
And
cord.
you're like 12 years old. It's just
Yeah.
adorable.
Anyways, Jerry won't appreciate this.
I don't. I can take just hearing about it. I
He's
don't
looking.
appreciate
He's
it.
looking
He
at me
doesn't.
with this distaste look, and I'm like,
Do you know what's the
I
most-
don't care about
The most
Paige.
boring
What about
thing
dat taste?
ever is letting watch my home videos. Watch
That-
my own
you think that's boring? You don't get nostalgia?
unless they're funny home videos.
No,
but
I mean,
other
you get-
people's.
No, I get.
Yeah.
Well, other
You only
okay.
get
Other
nostalgic
people's
if
is-
it's your own.
There's-
Well, when I say it to you,
Otherwise,
Gina,
it's like, here, look at the picture of my kids. Nobody cares about your kids.
well, unless it's me and
There's
you know.
Uncle Maurice before he died of prostate cancer. There he
Well,
is.
who else am I going to share it with?
Oh, that's true. You don't have any other friends besides us. That's fine.
I have like
But-
4 friends.
Well, that's okay. We need to find you more friends.
Nah, that's okay.
If you were to find somebody,
Among those 4, you're not counting me and Gina because we're family.
Yeah, you're my
yeah,
fur friend.
we've got to find.
My firm.
What qualities do you find to be the most attractive?
Money,
Deep talk. Qualities
friend.
and a
Gold.
friend.
Gold.
gold bullion.
They got gold teeth.
Man. Okay, before I answer this question,
Get
I
that
want
grill.
you to answer my question.
I will answer it.
What qualities do you find in Gabi that you like of him and a friend as a friend?
Gabi?
Yes, go.
Mm,
Get ready for some backward compliments.
well, he does laugh at my jokes.
He
I
laughs-
find
yes,
That's
yes.
nice.
I'm a good laugher.
He
What
is
can I
a good
say?
fake
He is a
laugher
good
too
laugher.
at jokes.
No, I can tell his fake laughs.
Everyone,
Oh.
if you know me, you know when I'm fake laughing.
Right. He says, that's
I know.
funny.
And he goes, ha ha.
No,
He does that a lot.
Sometimes that's just like not everything deserves a hearty. No. Sometimes it's like a yeah.
No, either
That's
I'm
a chuckle.
No, either I'm laughing or I ain't.
No,
No,
sometimes
it's
you
true.
chuckle.
He doesn't laugh when me and you are laughing.
I go.
I noticed that.
No,
Well, Jerry doesn't
I'm a
laugh at
sociopath.
He is.
I do. When I laugh heartily.
And he laughs You laugh
mostly at himself.
you.
Yes, I laugh.
At you,
I
Gobs.
laugh at Gobby because I find him amusing, which is the second quality that I find.
Amusing.
He's
Funny.
amusing. I also find that although he is not very, what's the term I want to, discerning. Let's say discerning. Or,
Interesting. Can you give us
He's going
example?
to rattle off a bunch of things I am not.
yeah, there's a bunch of things that he's not. There's a lot of things, such as discerning, lack of self-control.
Lack of self-control.
He's
Okay.
inhibited, mainly. He's excessive in a lot of things.
Yeah.
All these things that most people would find to be very, off-putting. I find
I should be off-putting.
to
Get
be.
it?
Yeah, I was about. You stole my joke.
I don't get
All
it.
right,
It's an old one.
off-putting. Get it?
Off-putting.
Jello pudding.
Pudding, chocolate pudding.
Off-putting.
Oh.
Chocolate pudding's the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything but tapioca.
Okay.
Okay. So all right. Okay.
Okay.
You missed out on a great Bill Cosby
So
impersonation
I
by
don't
interrupting
get it.
me just then.
And I'm okay with
But
not getting
everything else that Gobby would, most people would feel would be, not qualities, I find them to be entertaining. So there it is.
He said a bunch of nothing in that right there. Like
What?
He just literally, he didn't say anything positive.
I did too.
You
Maybe
said
it was
all
like
the
passive
negatives.
aggressive.
What did I
He's
say?
very
What did I say that was positive about him?
Well, you mostly just said he was amusing.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah,
positive.
and that I should be off-putting.
No, I said amusing. Is that not positive?
Okay, Gobby, your turn. Go.
Jerry?
Besides my
nothing.
good look, charm,
Nothing.
and humility.
Nothing
His
at
Irish
all.
looks.
Yes, my pale, milky
You
pale
like Jerry,
skin.
obviously, because
You
he wouldn't be on the
love
podcast.
Love me.
Or you wouldn't
I do love
podcast
Jerry.
or argue with Jerry. You are comfortable arguing with him,
Right.
so you love him.
Because he's
I'm
not
sworn
comfortable
to be
with
friends to
other
Jerry
people.
because he was there for me in a time of need, and I can never forget that. We have therefore become blood brothers.
Right. I saved his life.
R.I.P.
I am there. So that's the qualities I look for. So Sade, what qualities do you look for?
Money.
I'd say money would be nice. It's gonna
You
pay
have
for all
no
my
rich
Let me
friends.
see your
all my friends are poor. I'd say I look for in a friend that someone who's like super chill.
Just look at me and think of all
Super
the stuff you like
chill.
about me.
And that doesn't give me pressure
chill.
to like
No pressure.
say
Yeah,
for
yeah.
I don't like pressure from friends.
Right.
Like, I feel
Your
like
friends shouldn't pressure you to improve or be a better person. They shouldn't anything of that. They should leave you alone and be able to let you waller in your own mediocrity.
yeah. I mean,
Hence, you and Gobby, y'all do a great job together. Isn't that great? I'm glad.
but the problem is, wait, listen, shut up.
I'm sorry.
No,
I fired you up.
Gobby's a really great friend to me.
He is.
I feel like if I like him, like if I hung out with someone and like we just are in a living room, I would feel like I don't want to feel like I have to entertain you. Like I feel the pressure. I don't want that pressure.
Are you not entertained?
You want to turn on the TV, yeah.
And like we
Are
just
you not
watched-
entertained? You stole
Yeah.
my joke.
I did.
He did.
You stole my
He
pudding
just-
joke?
Wow.
stole your
now you're
dumb
you're
gladiator
totally
joke.
even now.
You're even
I
now.
actually got that joke.
You're welcome.
Anyways, Gobby's my best friend. So, we argue and fight, but we also don't just do that. We also
I have good qualities. Tell him all about them.
Gobby's
I've
very
said-
caring. He
Yes.
he listens to me
He doesn't listen.
when I'm, complaining.
He doesn't remember anything.
Sometimes he forgets
That makes a
everything.
good listener sometimes. I'm like a priest. Forgive me, Father, for having sinned.
He also likes to have fun, and it's kind of weird because I'm 25.
I like to have fun here.
and Gobby's like 45, so we're like
He's
20 years
old.
apart, which is
very
okay
old.
because I don't know why I feel more comfortable around older people. Anyways, it's weird.
You've been around old people your whole life.
I
is
am.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know. I feel like people who are my age, I just don't vibe well. I don't know. I feel incredibly uncomfortable around people my age, and it's weird. And so when I'm around like older men like you guys,
I'm
older
not
gentlemen,
old. I'm not old.
Jerry, you're kind of old because
I-
you know what
Look
makes
at him.
you
He's
old.
wearing khakis
You know
and a
what makes you
polo.
old is you have kids.
I do.
Oh, that's true.
Something about you having kids make you old.
That's because responsibility.
So
Which is something
I'm
that
not saying you look old.
you
I'm
should-
just
you
saying
should
you are
experience.
I
you're
avoid
mentally
at all cost.
old,
Right.
in that
It means I'm reliable. That's what you're saying. Reliable.
yeah.
Responsible. There you go.
Yeah, and so
Other great qualities.
I
I'll accept all of
I
these.
accept you guys. as
Humility.
friends.
Humility.
Yeah, it's super humble.
Equity in my home. See,
Equity.
it's great.
Equity.
Equity.
Oh wow.
I'm just saying
So
words.
dumb.
I'm just saying
Just saying
words.
Alma Mater.
which means nourishing mother in Latin, I believe. That's why
I've heard of that.
There's the pia mater and the dura mater.
That's father.
That's in your brain.
And dura. I don't know what dura means.
No, that's like when you have subdural
Is that like in your
hematoma.
brain?
Yeah, dura mater and the pia mater.
I always think of the brain. I kind of got a little bit of some in anatomy.
And then there's Mamma Mia with
What's her name?
Charles, not Charles Bronson. Is it Charles Bronson? Who played James Bond?
Mamma Mia.
Who played
Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan.
Brosnan.
Brosnan, that's what I said. He's the Braun guy.
Alma Mater, we set it up. It's an Eggertspiele game designed by those same guys that did Coimbra. We set it up. You're doing your fidgety hand thing.
Thanks, Enrique.
Can you
just
give
like
me
Enrique.
something like maybe
you want a fidget spinner?
I have.
Hey, look. Get that dice right up there and you can just squeeze it. It's one of those like foam dice.
Oh, cool. I have a little spinner thing in my...
I know. You need one. So, Alma Mater, we set it up. We learned it. We watched Nethranya on YouTube. He does an excellent job.
Das Vidanya.
He does have a very strong accent. I'm not sure where he's from, but I enjoy listening to him talk because he says, however.
Not everything reacts well to however.
And not everything reacts well to bullets.
It didn't make any sense. I just said words.
Just said words.
Most of the things in here do not react well to bullets.
Alma Mater is one of these games that, quite frankly, when
Virginio Gili, that's his name, and a host of other guys,
quickly was forgotten. And I think it deserved to be forgotten. Mainly because in this game, you are... Not just the color palette is confusing or off-putting, I guess. It looks a lot like Coimbra, which was another game by the same...
Coimbra, a little more brightly colored.
But it's the same color palette.
Yeah.
With Alma Mater, there's just kind of a little intense setup. This whole mechanic of moving books around and having your books here at your shelf and other players buying your books to use your books to get students and other instructors.
Money to buy books to buy things in the game that give you points.
Right. And so it's one of these games where you jump through this hoop to jump through this hoop to get to this other area, and this gives you points, and it just was very abstract. I did not like it.
Something I did not like right off the bat. We watched the video, and Jerry was ready to put the game up that we had just spent 30 minutes setting up. I said, let's just play a round or two. So I go to make a move. I'm like, I can't do that because I don't have the books. Literally, you can't do anything without money or books on your first move. So your first moves are, was it predicated? Like you have to do these two things before you can do anything else on the board.
Right. So yeah, your opening moves tend to be, I don't want to say forced, but you have to be able to. You don't have the resources that you need to do anything of interest. That's my overarching idea behind this game is that I don't find any of it interesting. It all works, I'm sure, because these are good designers in terms of making a game that actually functions, just like they did with Coimbra. But what they're producing is not particularly interesting. That's my point. It's kind of like people who watch documentaries. Documentaries are fine. I love documentaries, but some things that they document are not interesting. Mm-hmm. For instance, there is a reason why during the daytime there's nothing but a billion different shows about CSI or murders or...
Boring.
Yeah, they're all the same thing. How often do you have to watch the same story over and over and over? Not everything needs to be a documentary. Not every subject translates well to a board game, and not all mechanisms pieced together, although functional, make something fun. Alma Mater is not fun.
Let's be clear.
That's as clear as I could say.
We set this game up. We watched the guy explain it to us. Nithran. Games in a nutshell. It's YouTube. He does an excellent job.
Nethranya?
I think that's what his name is.
Isn't that Latin for a nutshell?
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know what his actual name is.
Is it Nathan?
I don't know. Nathan Rania? I don't know.
It could be. You should have him host next time.
So maybe I will.
Maybe you would.
He won't berate me.
I don't berate you. You know who berates you?
Who?
Dan Hughes.
He sure does.
He hates you.
He calls me an idiot.
You know who else doesn't like you?
Who?
pretty much anybody who's you've ever had on the show. Nobody else likes
now
you.
you're berating me.
I love you.
No, you're
okay. So adorable.
It's called gaslighting. That's what that's called.
What?
We watched the video. We played
really
2 rounds.
If you ever try
Jerry
to leave me,
literally could, like, Jerry was
that will be
groaning
the
the whole
end of
time.
it. I will end you.
We could not finish the game.
You don't host with me. You won't host with anybody.
Here's the thing.
Still talking.
And this is the difference between me and Jerry.
Hairstyle.
I was willing. Hair. Period.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but you can.
I was willing to play this game.
You were willing and able.
I would have played this game. This is the thing
able.
This is the difference between me and Jerry. I give games a chance. Jerry may say, and afterwards I'll say, yeah, you know what? It sucked. And Jerry's like, see, we could have saved a bunch of time.
I'm all about saving time.
I don't want to hear about how Jerry was right.
I was right.
I would have played this game all the way through.
You could have.
Even though you didn't like it.
Well, we played 2 rounds, and like the first round, I had to get money, so all my characters went to money. Then all my characters bought books, and then it was like round 2. Like the rounds were very quick, but I would have given this game more of a chance. Jerry shut it down immediately. There were things I did not like. There's things like once you buy certain students and like the
pupils.
And then you have the masters.
You have some big pupils.
So you buy these pupils, and then depending on who's highest on this track on the left-hand side, it's like a technology track.
Pupils were bigger than others.
Some were dilated.
They were dilated pupils.
So, yeah.
They needed to go on a diet.
We saw that coming. We saw that coming a mile away.
Okay, well, all right. I guess you're not. I guess you're not entertained.
So it's like the first few moves, like I had to do this, I had to do that. It wasn't a matter of options. I had to do these things because your setup, you draft your setup with these cards in the beginning with money, books, points. You can get pupils. So you draft these cards, and from those cards, that's going to be your original setup, so you're going to get those things.
What was that thing that you always said about explaining games? And that you always stop me when I'm trying to explain a game.
I'm just trying to get the initial setup. Because what I was saying was, the first few turns, now you made me forget what I was talking about.
Well, while you
weren't talking about anything. You were just rambling.
While you're forgetting, I forgot I wanted to tell or share with Jerry something me and you were doing the other day.
Please interrupt this.
Yes. So me and Gabi were listening to
Alma Mater. I would give it a chance. Jerry hates it. Go ahead.
You don't like it either.
Me and Gabi were listening to film.
Potentially.
You don't like it.
Me and Gabi were listening to film scores and
film scores.
Yes, like just ones that we love. And I started acting.
I just love.
And I started acting out scenes. Like I was pretending like I was in some like scene.
Are you really going to talk about
Yeah, no, there's one that just really cracked me up. I mean, it's not you're vulnerable, so you're always talking about your feelings.
Did Gabi do that Pretty Woman scene
So look,
again?
I was acting a scene.
Again,
No,
so
listen. I was acting a scene out, and Gabi says,
Crying.
"Act out a scene when your best friend dies." And anyways, this is what happens.
Hey,
I act the scene. I do the whole dramatic crap. I'm like over here, like.
I need to know what scene it was.
And it wasn't. He just said act out a scene. It was literally act out a scene that your best friend dies.
Oh,
and I had to be impromptu. It's impromptu.
Set to the music of what? Do you remember?
It was set to. I thought it was Gladiator. Was it Gladiator?
Knows?
I feel like it was Gladiator.
I don't.
Or
think
maybe
it
was Braveheart. Anyways, I started doing the thing, and then I do my I do it. And then I look over at Gobbs, and he's actually crying. Like
you moved him to tears acting.
You're not supposed to.
But you shared your emotions with the whole world.
Look, I just don't want people to think I just cried everything.
People know you cried everything. You literally say that all the time.
I know.
I cried everything.
But I just know I'm not making fun of you. I just thought my performance was so amazing.
Her performance.
I thought, oh my god, I did
moved me to tears. But
at the same time,
was playing.
Look, he's trying to roll his eyes again. He can't do it. It's weird. Stop, freak. You're such a freak when you roll your eyes. Sociopath.
Super freaky.
So we were like playing this film. I was like, what are your favorite film score? It may have been the John Dunbar theme. I can't remember.
We just started listening to all our
John Dunbar.
From Dances with Wolves.
Yes, you was listening to the John Dunn.
God,
Okay.
that film score is amazing.
Oh, no.
We listened
or
to
the Sunshine, the main theme to Sunshine.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's the Adagio in D minor.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love DiMaggio.
Crap, what's
Joe.
And his brother.
He was married to Marilyn
minor.
Monroe.
Then we listened to Braveheart, Gift of the Thistle, and that was really good. I think I did one of those.
I love.
Well, we just love film
soundtracks.
scores.
What can I say?
What's another soundtrack that you find to be underappreciated? I'm trying to think.
Underappreciated?
Yeah, like not a lot of people.
I know. The Holiday.
The Holiday?
I know
don't-
it's super
she
weird.
says- I don't even know what she's talking
That's-
With Jack Black.
That's a sci-fi film. Because
No, it's not.
Yes, because in no way could Jack Black add Cameron Diaz. I mean, figure that out.
How dare you fat shame?
And then what does my girl?
Oh, you're talking about the chick from Titanic? No.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet. Who'd she get?
She got.
Yeah.
him.
Jude Law.
She got Jude Law, who's about to be in Star Wars.
Wait,
by
no,
the way.
she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, that was her brother.
No.
No, Jude Law was her. Wait, no, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm lying. No. Sorry, I got it all mixed
I'm
up.
sorry, I got it reversed.
No, Jack Black.
I reversed it.
Jack Black is her lover, and Cameron Diaz is Kate Winslet's brother's lover.
I reversed it. I'm sorry, you're correct.
I will need to record that and play that over and over. Jerry says you're correct, Sade.
You are correct. I got them confused.
When you said Jude Law, it threw me off because I forgot
did.
he was. Oh, he's that.
I did. I mixed them up.
But that soundtrack, I know this movie is like a rom-com
Now,
drum.
quick
The
question.
soundtrack is
Wait,
actually
Quick
amazing.
question. Are we talking film score? or
No.
sa-
It's film score. It's film score.
You mean The Holiday has a film score?
You're talking film score or soundtrack?
No, film score.
So it's not popular music.
No.
Set to the film, but
Yes.
it's actually original music played by an orchestra.
I think they're playing. Ennio Morricone.
Ennio Morricone?
Ennio Morricone. Yeah, him. So they're playing him.
It's the good, bad, the ugly guy.
Anyways,
Morricone.
they're playing him a lot in
The
this.
good man, the other guy. I think he was dead by the time the holiday came out.
No, he died.
Ennio Morricone?
He just died like a few years ago. You're
Did he
showing
really?
yes, you're showing your ignorance. Please.
Shut up.
Please.
Oh, don't even.
Please. I cannot believe you did not know of the passing of Ennio Morricone. He died in
2020.
2020.
Wow.
Excellent composer.
Feel it.
Excellent composer. I love him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for all
Also,
those spaghetti westerns.
They just play his stuff throughout the entire movie, and I don't like this. This is
Pull that up.
underrated. They need to like Holiday. The film score is amazing.
Who's the guy?
He's an Italian composer.
I know Ennio. Yes, he's
Ennio Morricone.
or however you say it.
That's how you say it.
She's pretty bold.
Ennio Morricone.
No, that's how you say
Hey,
it.
don't say it
It's
like
the
that.
Mario.
Gabby, you're embarrassing me.
I just canceled myself.
You so dead, dude.
Chris Pratt is going to be Mario.
And I'm all about it.
Okay.
Why not?
Gabby hates Chris
I
Pratt.
hate Chris Pratt. Okay.
He's a loser.
Real quick. Stop.
Who's a loser?
Stop. Who's the guy that did the music for Mandalorian? And I believe he's the same guy that did the music for The Batman.
Oh, you're talking about who I was about to bring up. He's the guy who did the Incredibles soundtrack.
His name sounds familiar.
It's his name,
like
Laura.
this one. No, it's something Morricone. It's like that.
He's the guy who does the soundtrack. I
Laura Strong.
No.
No. I got him here because I literally just listened to him last night, and he's one of my favorite. Michael Giacchino.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
That's how you see right here, Gabby. That's how you say it. Giacchino, or is it?
Your phone's way too far.
Anyways, but no, he's the guy who did the soundtrack for
The Batman.
yeah,
Yes,
for the
you are
Batman.
Right, you're right.
Yes.
He also did Mandalorian, right?
No,
he didn't, 'cause I looked him up.
That's
Mandalorian.
That's
Some Leo.
Ludwig, not Ludwig. I'm thinking of Beethoven.
LOL.
That's
dead.
That's the
He's
guy.
dead.
No.
R.I.P. Hey, Gabby, is that the only one you know?
Oh, how many Beethoven songs
It's
do you
the
know?
same guy, Ludwig Göransson. Ludwig Göransson. So I was right. And you can record that one.
Really?
You can cut that as well. He's the guy who did also
Soundtrack
the.
of Mandalorian?
Yes, he also did the soundtrack for.
Wow. I did not know.
He did the soundtrack for
gotten so many of these
when
guys
Hans Zimmer was
confused.
unavailable because he was doing Dune. Ludwig stood in for him for Tenet, and that soundtrack slaps.
I love Tenant's soundtrack. Or film score.
That name.
That's a good one.
I listened to him. I say listen to him, but they interviewed him of the soundtrack for The Mandalorian and how he came up with it, because he also did Boba Fett. And again, the theme song to Boba Fett is the best thing out of Boba Fett.
Show sucks.
But you realize, like, the Mandalorian theme song, they were like asking him, how did you come up with the theme? He's like, he just got out a recorder, those little goofy things that high school kids had. And this just said, I started playing it, and he just laid it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's
but
like,
wasn't he inspired by Ennio Morricone?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you said?
I mean,
Okay. I think that's what's confusing me.
well, you are confused, so you can stop interjecting all your corn fusion.
Call me Cornfucius.
I love corn.
Ooh, boom, but that, boom, but
Well, anyways, when you were asking that, I immediately thought The Holiday.
I love
That's
Keanu
underrated.
Reeves and Constantine.
There he goes.
Cornu Reeves.
He's like, he's cracking up. Guy, you're an idiot. Stupid.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just constantly
Shaka Corn.
You're constantly thinking of
Star
stuff.
Trek: The Wrath of Corn.
Idiot. There he goes. You got more, don't you? You got more.
If I can rack my brain hard enough.
Okay. It's not that funny.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not.
He's crying because he's so.
Not.
Oh, R.I.P. James Corn.
The Constant Gardener.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Too bad. That's bad.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
It had Ray Fiennes in it. It did. It's
cringe.
It did. It wasn't cringe.
Someday, I hope we perform this podcast at Carnegie Hall.
God. I'm confused.
Don't.
And amazed.
Hey, that was totally
No.
good. That was good. You have to say that was
Too corny.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
It's bad. That's bad.
Look.
I hate
That was cringe.
No, that was
some
good.
serious cringe.
That was a good
Sorry.
one.
Court stop.
I'm trying to think of another soundtrack that was really good.
Underappreciated soundtracks is difficult because, like, I don't really know anyone that listens to soundtracks other than perhaps the three of us. I will tell you the ones growing up.
I like Lord of
Last
the
of the
Rings.
Mohicans. Freaking fantastic. That's Trevor Rabin. Gladiator. Braveheart.
Lord of the Rings was pretty good.
Glory. Lord of the Rings has a few things in it I like a lot. The main theme song, blah,
I was
blah,
saying
blah.
underappreciated. You just named
I know,
all the
but
most
that's what
popular
I'm saying.
ones.
Like, I don't hear anyone necessarily talk about the Gladiator soundtrack, but that was Hans Zimmer. But that was Hans Zimmer, early Hans Zimmer.
That's 2000 Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
What about like Edward Scissorhands?
I like that.
I like that
But
film score.
I've heard that film score on TikTok, so I don't think it's underappreciated.
TikTok?
Yeah,
Weird.
they had when he's doing the ice thing and they're doing it. Princess Bride. Love that soundtrack.
I'll have to look that up. I'm not. I mean, I love Princess Bride. The soundtrack didn't. Anyways, I think that just like in any movie, if it has a good soundtrack, that elicits emotions.
It does.
The same thing is true with a board game. That if you don't have you can have the right mechanics, you can have it being functional. But if it doesn't
I hate to interrupt you.
piece together, no, you don't. You do it all the
No,
time.
this is for
Everything
you. This
you
is
ever
for
do.
you.
Go
This
ahead.
is for you.
Michael Greenwood.
And Den of Geek, which is a highly respected.
I respect them.
I looked up underappreciated film scores.
Right?
They did their top 25.
Ooh, 25.
Number
Bold.
23, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Was that Greenwood?
Nick Cave and Warren Ellis.
Now, Nick Cave is the guy who does the soundtrack for Peaky Blinders, which their score, of course, is, as you would say, lit.
Lit.
But yeah, even with a board game, if the mechanics and the theme and everything is not jiving, it just comes across as being a very dull experience.
Yeah.
And I can see that a mile away, which is why I don't waste my time on a game that I know I'm not going to like it. And Alma Mater is one of those. I'm sure it's fine, but it's not worth my time, especially in comparison for us just playing Underwater Cities, which is another game that is, again, very, I don't want to say elegant, but it's fast-paced in what it does. It's do these 3 actions, be able to get ready for a production round, be able to do this objective. With Alma Mater, you don't even know what you're trying to do for the most part. Like, what this gets you points. No. If a game is not clearly defined in what your objective is, I have a hard time really getting into it. That's my opinion on Alma Mater. I'm just not thrilled with it.
I'm going to take this game and I'm going to play it with Mike and Crystal.
Please do.
And I will
play it with lesser
probably at the end of it, I'll say, "Hey, you know what? Jerry was right." But
and
here's my thing.
Too. Cut that.
There's certain games that we have sat down at several a game at BGG, and I'm like, I agree. Like before Jerry, I'll be like, no, I can't even start this game. But this was not one of them. This one I was willing. And here's the thing: due to the production, it was affecting me. Like, I like those little books.
That's it. That's the only thing.
I know.
That's all it was. You like the books, which is Shallow. Shallow Hal, which is Jack Black, which is the fact that why I do have no respect for
Shallow
that.
Hal's a terrible, terrible show. It's literally its title and like to be attractive. Like that was so ironic and so crazy. Like to be attractive, you have to be skinny because he saw Gwyneth Paltrow as skinny, even though she was not. But he thought she was beautiful, but he viewed her as skinny to be beautiful. He didn't view her as fat. But like the message of the movie was like, you can be beautiful no matter what you look like. But ironically, no, the movie said the very exact opposite of that. Such a weird movie.
Wait, what movie?
Shallow Hal.
Never heard that or seen that.
Well, it came out in like 2005, so before your time.
You were like 7 years old.
But I hate when y'all say that because I've seen so many movies before my time. I just think you shouldn't say that. It's just a movie I missed.
I know. We're being very harsh because you missed one Jack Black.
Yes, it's so annoying.
And Shallow Hal's not among the greatest of the Jack Black movies.
No.
The greatest Jack Black movie is Nacho Libre. Disagree? Anyone?
No, I was thinking, like, is that right? Yeah. Yeah. I have to agree.
Nacho Libre is my favorite Jack Black movie.
I have to say Jack.
I mean, many people might say School of Rock.
School of Rock is good.
I have never seen that movie.
It's excellent. It's
it's been around.
Starring Miranda Cosgrove of iCarly.
Yes, I know she's in it.
Who?
She's a little baby.
Miranda Cosgrove of iCarly.
I don't know iCarly.
No, he was good in King Kong.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Not
Just kidding.
I mean, he actually may have been fine. King Kong as a movie was not one of my favorite movies.
Peter Jackson.
I did like King Kong.
Peter Jackson.
Adrian Brody, who also again, the most unbelievable thing in that show was Adrian Brody, not King Kong. Adrian Brody also is no match for a Predator.
No. All right, well.
Who is match for a Predator? Chris Hansen. I got my Chris Hansen joke in. I've been saving that for a long time. Boom! So that's how you do it. Predator 4 is just Chris Hansen. You hear that? What's that? That's that clicking noise, ain't it? Sit down.
Ow!
Sit down.
The Predator actually shows up on Dateline.
So I can see here that what's with these red dots?
The Predator walks in with some white gloves. Sit down.
Let's look through these emails here. Did you say earlier?
He's typing with his big fat Predator fingers. Did you bring in these wine coolers?
I guess you just had the bin
They
there.
always had to bring like wine coolers or a pizza or something.
Did you not know about Predator?
No, I do. I just making sure.
Show that again.
What was the name of that show?
What picture did you have?
Chris Hansen.
She's pulling up. She doesn't know what the Predator is.
I'm making sure y'all were talking about.
She's pulling up the Predator on Google.
Off of Predator was starring on.
Show it to me again.
To catch a predator.
Hence the joke, because that's funny, because it's a predator. See what I did there? To catch a predator?
I got you. I just couldn't remember the actual
Well, it's
name
not
of the
funny because I don't get it.
That's okay because
Did you never watch To Catch a Predator?
No, it looks boring.
look, hey, where's Enrique when you
The
need
ending.
It's so boring.
That's exactly the last thing you need to say.
It's
when
boring.
talking about
It's
To Catch
boring.
a Predator. It's done.
It looks boring.
It's not.
It looks horribly boring.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Repulsively boring.
I'm Chris Hansen. All right. Alma Mater. Jerry says it sucks. I'm willing to give it a playthrough.
Yeah, I'm glad you could be here with us, Sade. I've got to go.
That's going to do it for this episode. A tight 40.
Nice.
I'm Gabi.
I'm sure Dave.
This is Jerry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.